EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll swing this out one. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent. I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Young.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll run. Achane. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their...
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. This will cost him 11 yards there on the second and goal sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And this one is right through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The slot man in motion right.
Young going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3. Young now. That one behind his man, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Young going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he's got room. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Young will set to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or...
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
The Colts at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field. The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
CeeDee Lamb
from 6 yards away.
And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw, Young. Complete, it's Henry. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will knot us up at 10. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They'll set up to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff
And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
2nd and 10.
Young to throw it.
That went out wide and intercepted.
Stiff-armed him.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Colts are able to widen their advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list.
And the Colts take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Young. Touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. The drive starts with a run from Achane.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he loses the football a second time. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Up the middle, Achane. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football, so now you lose your keys.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Following the interception, Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. On 1st down, back to Achane.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing, Young.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Going right back to Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Back to 60.
Now Young.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here's Young. That is caught. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Young.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Young to throw.
Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown.